Shikamaru is unarguably the smartest Naruto character with an impressive IQ level of over 200. He displayed his brilliance back in chapter 69 by trapping code in his own plan. With the disappearance of Naruto, he got promoted to the Hokage, but even after a 3-year time skip, he wasn't able to figure out something is wrong with the timeline. So have they nerfed Shikamaru to let the new characters like Amado have their W moment, or is he secretly cooking something far more interesting? Let's find out. It all started with Amado revealing in the latest chapter that his memories seem to be tampered and the modified body of Kawaki backs his intuition. He claims to have created his karma, which possesses the DNA of RKB, but he can't remember when he did that. His memories are tricking him to believe that Boruto has the karmic DNA of his daughter, but the concrete evidence in Kawaki's body indicates otherwise. Since Amado was able to figure out something is wrong with his memories, this must mean that he's more intelligent than the genius Hokage of Konoha. Shikamaru not being able to catch the inconsistencies, even after constant peer pressure from Sarada, discredits his title of Konoha's genius. After Amado's analysis in the last chapter, Sai asks him what he thinks about this, to which he remains calm and silently thinks about it. This expression of Shikamaru could primarily mean two things. Either it's right at this moment when he realizes that something is actually wrong with memories and he should have paid heed to Sarada's request, or it could be that he had already figured out the changes of omnipotence. The science to back this theory make a lot of sense, and a possibility of Shikamaru secretly helping Boruto is also there. Kishimoto can't let the legacy of Konoha's smartest get overshadowed by a mysterious scientist. He was given the Hokage title to uplift his importance as a character, and as we know, every Hokage has fulfilled some important resolve during their leadership, except Kakashi of course, whose period is known as the most peaceful time in Konoha's history. Shikamaru is gonna be the complete opposite. The village is about to get destroyed under him, and that would be the biggest L he will take as a Hokage. But judging by his history, he must be useful to the plot in one way or another, and being a yes man to Kawaki only degrades his legacy. Back in the 69th chapter, he knew Code had put a claw mark on him, so he planned accordingly and almost got Code in trouble. However, Ida saved Code back then, but this didn't prevent him from taking a major L by losing his only allies, all thanks to the high intelligence of Shikamaru. I believe this high intellect of the Hokage must have grown his suspicion about Sarada's unusual behavior. He might be gathering hints all this time to get a clear picture of what's happening. Upon hearing what Amado has noticed, it must have evolved his suspicion into a theory, which only requires a few proofs to solidify. The first hint for Shikamaru to conclude something is wrong could be the narrative of Naruto's death. He knew Kawaki, who's now Boruto, wanted to protect Naruto with his life, so him killing his godfather doesn't make sense at all. Something similar was observed by Himawari. She knows a person who protected her and Naruto in the past can't take such meaningless steps. The growing suspicion of Shikamaru lies on the basis of Kawaki's goals and how they contradict the actions of Boruto. A simple example to understand this can be traced back to the time when Kawaki went all out to kill Boruto and almost killed Sarada as well. He had done something to Naruto that no one could understand, and in the eyes of Shikamaru, Boruto who had done these things all for the sake of Naruto. The biggest mistake of Kawaki was to lie about Naruto's death. Shikamaru knows that Kawaki, or post-omnipotence Boruto, admired Naruto too much and was ready to sacrifice his life for him. He knew he could cross all limits for the safety of Lord 7th, so it literally makes no sense for him to kill the Hokage. If Boruto had actually killed Naruto, it means he must have found a purpose, which is way more empowering than saving his most precious person. Now Shikamaru could assume this purpose to be anything, from forming an alliance with Otsutsuki's or even misusing his power. However, the one thing which clarifies Boruto is innocent and hasn't revolted against Konoha is Sasuke. Shikamaru knows Naruto was the lifelong best friend of Sasuke, and he won't take a person under his wing who is guilty of killing the 7th. This point must have made him realize that the chances of Boruto's innocence are too high, and it could be that he's framed for something that he didn't do. It was Ida who told Shikamaru that Boruto killed Naruto, and by putting trust in her Senringan, everyone believed her. But the thing that would make Shikamaru doubt the words of Ida is Kawaki himself. Think about it. Everyone knows Ida was head over heels for Kawaki, and after omnipotence, his identity was exchanged with Boruto, which means right now Ida loves Boruto in the eyes of everyone. So what are the chances of her betraying a person for whom she formed alliance with Konoha? This is a major loophole in the plan of Kawaki. Shikamaru must have figured out after Amado's revelation that the bodies of the Karma users were switched, and Ida was forced to follow the plans of Kawaki just because she loves him. Under normal circumstances, Aida should have left the village to chase after Boruto, cause in everyone's eyes, she loves him. These points must have made Shikamaru figure out the inconsistencies in everyone's memories. Although unlikely, the physical evidence like Uzumaki family photos might have worked as a fuel to his theories. However, Amado's insight on the Kama duo thing has already proven a lot to Shikamaru, and now that Boruto has returned to the village, it could be that he will spare him a chance to prove his innocence. Not to mention when Boruto arrived in the village for the first time just to defeat Code, it might have also proven Shikamaru's suspicion regarding Boruto getting framed. The constant peer pressure and insights of Sarada on this situation must have also helped the Hokage to figure out what's happening. Another thing worth mentioning are the motives of Kawaki and how they don't align with post-omnipotence Boruto. He wants to kill the Otsutsukis with their own powers, which was something only pre-timeskip Kawaki could have done. Shikamaru must have grown suspicion about his sudden change of behavior, and the fact that he has a body modified by Amado must be the cherry on the cake. All these hints indicate Kawaki is acting like Boruto, the post-omnipotence one, and this odd behavior coupled up with the previous hints only indicate one thing: they have switched places with each other, and a genius like Shikamaru must be able to figure this out. So now that we know Kishimoto has set up the 8th Hokage as an important pawn in the Kama brother conflict, let's look at the theories revolving around the reaction of Shikamaru to the truth of omnipotence. If you take a look at this panel from the latest chapter, you can see that Shikamaru's statue is absent on the Hokage mountain. It's the same in the prologue scene as well, where everything has been destroyed. But why is it like that at first place? Maybe Shikamaru knows that Naruto is alive somewhere. That's why he did not permit the construction of his Hokage face. It might not be the science that we discussed earlier, which made him take this decision, rather a secret alliance with Boruto that makes him an undercover ally. Remember back in the 4th chapter, when Kawaki raised the possibility of someone from the sensory division acting as a spy for Boruto? Well, it could be that he wasn't completely wrong while assuming this. What if it's actually Shikamaru who's helping Boruto behind Kawaki's back? He was the right hand of Naruto and also the smartest person of the Leaf Village. If there is anyone who could help Boruto during the tough times, it must be him. I believe Boruto must have narrated the whole omnipotence incident to him, most likely with the mind transfer jutsu. The unusual things that Shikamaru already noticed about the Kama duo must have made him keep an eye on Kawaki. Not to mention the reason Kawaki wants to kill Boruto is totally baseless. He's not after Momoshiki anymore. He wants to kill his counterpart solely because he's an Otsutsuki. And this rebellious behavior must be the last nail in the coffin that made Shikamaru coordinate with Boruto. I don't think Kishimoto let Kawaki raise the possibility of a spy randomly. It only strengthens the chances of Shikamaru working for Boruto, but due to the fear of either Daemon and Kawaki, he needs to keep his mouth shut and observe everything. It seems like Kawaki will soon realize his lies are being questioned and he couldn't rely on omnipotence forever. As Aida also said that creating new memories in people could help to overcome the spell to some extent. It could be that her omnipotence is not as effective as the one manifested by a real Otsutsuki god. Back to Shikamaru, chances are he will be sealed by Kawaki just because there is nothing much he can do against him. So the best thing in his hands must be to remain quiet for a while till he finds himself at a place where he is advantageous against Kawaki. But judging by the events of the prologue scene, it seems like Shikamaru wasn't able to save the village after all, no matter whether Kawaki was exposed or not. However, his role as the Hokage shouldn't be nominal, and every step that he has taken, like not building his face on the mountain, must be a part of his big plan. He may not be able to save the village from destruction, but he'll definitely make Kawaki feel guilty over his actions, shortly leading to an erupt of emotions, taking us to the flash forward sequence. Talking about Kawaki, what if I told you Jura is actually made from his chakra, or Sarada shares some connection to him due to the shape of their eyes? Find out more in these videos and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stuff. I will see you next time.